Rolling Loud was because somebody was like, Kendrick gonna be there. So I was like, I wonder when it is. This is tonight. I was like, okay. Steve was like, is it? I say, yo, Kendrick might be there. He said, is it in California? How could I know? Like, it could be outside for all I know. Like, it could be here. But I got there like right as it started. And everything I said last week about what, like, the reason I really like Carti was there in that Rolling Loud. Because, like, the songs from the album that I kind of didn't like as much as the other ones, like the Future and the regular ones, are the ones he leaned on in the concert, and they all sounded crazy in the concert. Like, Pop Out sounded way better in the concert, and this is so funny. Playboi Carti music sounds so much better when he's only yelling the 2 words in the song, and then just the crowd and everybody else tweaking. Like I listen, amazing Rolling Loud concert, one of the craziest. It felt like you mentioned how Dial-It did 16. It felt like watching Rolling Loud was a coming of age moment for Carti as an artist.
I like that.
Where it feels like we turned a corner, like as a fan of Playboi Carti, it felt like we kind of turned the corner because once it was over, I saw the tweet. I wish I had the tweet up, but it was like the year is 2025. Carti just dropped 30 songs and performed at Rolling Loud. Like, we never thought we would be here. Like, niggas thought this album would never come out.
Yeah.
And for it to come out, for it to get the reception that it's gotten, for people to love it how they, like, the Carti fans love it how they do, I thought it was amazing. And hearing him lean on what he know people like.
Yeah.
Like, we went to the Drake show, and I had an amazing time at the Drake show. We had a ton of fun because we love Drake. But I was like, man, I really wish it wasn't just For All the Dogs.
Yeah.
Carti still gave you, he still gave you Dial-It. He still gave you
and I'm trying to get high till like can't feel nothing. I saw that. That's my shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that shit go.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Like, he Carti is he's a crowd pleaser. He wants to perform. He wants to get people turned up. Like, part of the Carti, like, loving Carti is, like, no funny shit. And, like, stay with me. But, like, the aura around Carti is, like, the funniest shit about Carti. Like, did you see the video of Constant and his brother backstage? He said, yo, the CEO Rolling Loud said you can't be on the stage. He said, yo, this Carti stage. This not his stage. He said, this Carti stage, nigga.
Like, guess where Kai ended up?
On the stage.
You feel me?
I absolutely loved it. I loved it. And the Weekend Carti concert sound crazy.
It's gonna be crazy. And I want to touch on. Stay positive, and I'm gonna get back on my unk shit for real quick. But I'm not gonna say a grown man got aura, but I will say I get it. Like, when I saw him on the stage, and I saw the outfit, I saw the fire, and the truck split open, and his partners around him, and all the energy, and just the sheer screaming. Like, he's not rapping, he's screaming.
He's tweaking up there.
He's just in there off. It was like Carti crying because he loved it. I was like, them is drugs, Slime. Them is not tears. Them drug tears, dog. That nigga just feel too much.
He feeling everything on that stage.
He up, down, in the middle. He don't know nothing. Like,
I love the way it. Listen, I love the way it looked, and I love Tyler shows, I love Kendrick shows, I love Kanye shows. But, there is room in rap for just 100 niggas on the stage.
You feel,
doing nothing.
Yes, like,
just hype,
just the energy, and just like, yo, we're here to transfer energy to each other.
Yeah.
This show isn't about me showing I'm the best performer in the world.
Fact.
This show isn't about me showing I rap and my bars is crazy. Yeah. This show is for you to give me energy and for me to translate it back to you. Yeah. And that I can understand. That I really get, and that's why I really did get a new type of perspective watching that. Like, okay, I can see it. I can understand it. Again, Playboi Carti is rap screamo music. Yep. And when you describe it like that, it makes a lot of sense. Because I'm sure it's a lot of artists that love Linkin Park and love Nirvana, but don't want to listen to screamo. Literally. But they respect the genre of rock, so they respect the screamo artists. Yep. That's how I am with Playboi Carti, and I'm sure it's some Nirvana fans that like 7 screamo songs.
Avenged Sevenfold, yeah.
And that's the 7 Playboi Carti songs.
Yeah, that's a fact. And I think one of the funniest things I've been doing, like, in the last couple of days is, like, kind of filtering, like, the music of the album and then, like, the performance part of the album. And
send me the music.
Yeah, I've literally just been sending songs. Like, yo, this one right here, Rock. Like, this one is actual music. Like,
Rather Lie?
Yeah.
Rather Lie is one of them, dog.
The Future joint, listen, the Future joint, oh my God.
Future special.
Future
special.
1,000%.
So this is really my problem, though. This is...
All right, let's get into the Ugg bag, because we do need that.
I am worried... All right, let me take you back.
Okay.
Because, and we'll be doing this, me and Ish are going to do the show forever. We will be referencing our year of Drake and Kendrick for the rest of our lives. Because it was very, very important to us and drastically changed our lives.
Yeah, most important rap music ever.
Ever.
Yep.
A large part of our discussion throughout that beef was Drake, his arrogance, and his lack of pushing rap forward.
Yeah.
And when I say that he didn't push rap forward, I mean he didn't go out on a limb and do an 808s and do a rebirth and keep it rap. When he went and did it, it was dance hall music. Yeah. So I respect it as an artist, but as a rapper, I want you to have that album that pushes the genre forward, that makes the genre think, that makes the genre like stop and say, wow.
Right.
And I don't think he's given us that yet, and that's okay.
That's true.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yep.
But one thing Ish brought up a couple shows ago, and it was very prolific when he said it, is Drake commercialized rap a little too much.
Yeah.
And I don't want to put that all on Drake. Drake gets a very small percentage of the blame because I'm not finna tell you, yo, you got big as hell, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
No, because in the same breath of you commercializing rap, you also took rap to places we never thought we would see rap.
Facts.
So that is very, very commendable by Drake. So I don't want to act like this is a negative thing on him.
Right.
But what it leads me to is I don't want this Playboy Carti screamo style of rap to become what people chase in rap music.
Right.
And I don't want him to become so big and become the forefront of rap that we start trying to make this music instead of sticking to what this shit actually is.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
And that is the fear that I have watching these shows and watching these numbers go up and watching him do an album that is labeled hip-hop rap and he don't rap the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, that is my fear, is that we're going to lose the essence of this genre.
Yeah.
And me personally, I love this genre too much to lose the essence of it. Now, that is why we have Kendrick Lamar. That is why we have Tyler, the Creator, J. Cole, Lil Wayne, Carter 6 coming soon. But that is, shit, Stove Got Cooks, Griselda, Westside Gun.
Stove.
Like, that is why we have these artists around. But the biggest move the culture.
Right.
Because Kendrick been around for a minute. Kendrick ain't been the main driving force of the culture. That has been Drake. And as Drake got bigger, you started to hear the poppy rap music trying to chase singles and started trying to make great cohesive albums.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want that problem to leak over from the Playboy Carti stand out little timeline. Now all our best rappers, biggest rappers are making rap albums where they don't rap.
Yeah, no.
That is my fear. Do I think it'll happen? I don't know.
I definitely like it. I think, in a way, first of all, I agree with your analysis of it because I do share in that fear as well. Like, I don't think rap would be in a good place if it was just Playboy Carti. But in a weird way, I think what's so good about Playboy Carti is Playboy Carti couldn't be Playboy Carti if everybody else was Playboy Cartis. And I know I just said that nigga name like 9 times, and that sounded very confusing. So I'm gonna say it again. If there was like 5 Playboy Cartis, he would not be this special. He would not do 300K. He would not have the aura he has, quote unquote. But I think what has made Playboy Carti so successful, especially long term through the rage rap, screamo, Uzi, Destroy Lonely, Ken Carson kind of era, is that he is the one, kind of. He is the blueprint in a way. So all the copycats you've seen so far have kind of hit the Carti glass ceiling. Because all your fans of, I'm a huge Ken Carson fan. I love Ken Carson last album so much, it does not come close to any Playboy Carti albums. Just because that is what he does. That is his bag. Now, what I am interested in, and this is why I think Playboy Carti first will never become a household superstar name is because his brand is not fit for a household superstar type of brand.
No.
Not even close. But
So far from it.
musically right now, I think Playboi Carti is in such an interesting space because he is choosing to put himself around hip-hop. Because he doesn't have to. One of the biggest questions people had is, where are the little Cartis on this album? There are no little Cartis on this album.
It's all rappers.
The only person who gets close is Uzi, and him and Uzi have been always working together. This is the first time him and Uzi worked together in years. But there's no Destroy Lonely on here. There's no Ken Carson on here. There's no
Yeet.
Yeah, no Yeet. None of the little Carti clones are on here, and that is 1,000% is intentional. Who is on here though? Future, hip hop. Kendrick, hip hop, Young Thug. He is putting himself in that position. So I don't know what's next for Carti, and I dare I try to guess, but we love to give rappers advice. We love to throw ideas out there and just communicate with the audience. And I want to know how y'all feel about this. I think Carti's next move is going to be a collab album next year. If not next year, the year after. And I think it's going to be with a rapper, but I don't think it's going to be Screamo. I think what you saw on this album, especially, is going to sound crazy because I know like how much it's just so much music on here. It's kind of hard to tell the direction because it's not like a cohesive album, but you see a intentional shift to black music and hip hop in this album.
Okay.
Because Whole Lotta Red was damn near all Screamo. This is like he's pulling it back. So I think he's wanting to take that step over because like, eventually he sees like that fan base that he built is not the same as if he was one of the biggest rappers. Like you don't want to end up like Uzi did.
Okay.
So I would love to see next year if
that.
him and Future did a tape, or if him and Thug did a tape next year, or someone in Atlanta did a hip-hop 10, 15 songs with Playboi Carti, because he has shown this is the side he wants to be on.
Okay. I want to piggyback off of that and reply to myself. Yeah. Because what you just said made me go back to the person I mentioned at the beginning was Drake.
Yeah.
And you said if there was a bunch of Playboi Cartis, then Playboi Carti wouldn't be Playboi Carti.
Yep.
And if you guys are old enough to remember, when Drake first came out, there were these same sentiments.
Yep.
Like, yo, is rap getting soft?
It's weird.
It's weird.
Niggas was making fun of Drake. Bro, people don't remember that.
Why is this rap-ass nigga singing? Why does he look like
He's
this?
soft.
Why is he so soft?
Drake the type of nigga that closed the fridge with his hips, like those jokes.
And in that time, there were a lot of artists that tried to go do the Marvin's Room and the Controller and the one, and they tried to do it, but because they're not Drake, they were not successful. So to reply to what Ish is saying with if Playboi Carti, if there was a bunch of Playboi Cartis, there would be no Playboi Carti. It's the same. It is 100% correct. He is absolutely correct in that. But where I will reply to that is, although there are not a bunch of minions that can do what he can do, he has gotten so big, like Drake, that it may drive the culture to try to emulate.
To copy him.
Because, like I just mentioned, no one can make pop rap songs like Drake. No one can fucking do it. They don't have the
ability.
The ability. Simple as that. They don't have the ability to. He's talented. Like them songs he makes, we make fun of them and we act like they're not what they are. And if you cut them on against a rap versus with Hov, maybe they don't ring off. Right. But if you've been to a Drake show, you know what they do. And it's not a lot of rap songs that do that. And a lot of people have tried to go down that lane of let's make some pop rap, and it sounds horrific.
Terrible.
So, will we get too many people trying to emulate Carti? And this isn't a 10-year problem. This is just a 2-3 year. Over the next 2-3 years, does it oversaturate the genre with that little weird sound that I don't get? Will that happen? Remains to be seen. If I had to take a guess and be honest about it, I'm not going to tell you.
Nice. I like that. But yeah, that's our Playboi Carti. That's our check-in for this week. Shout out Playboi Carti. Go get music. 310 first week. And listen, Atlanta always wins.